Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Closed Traffic Podcast, an aviation and flight stimulation show. Loads to talk about today. Everything from Wing dropping new hardware to Charlie flying X-plane. Stay tuned.
Live from the lavatory. Welcome to the Close Traffic Podcast, an aviation and flight simulation show. Welcome aboard.
And welcome aboard. Thanks, everyone, for swinging by the old Closed Traffic Podcast. Once again, an aviation and flight simulation show. I'm Johnny, and as usual, sitting in the right seat with me, our good friend Charlie. Charlie, say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. Happy 2025.
Man,
We made it
here already. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
By the skin of our teeth, man. We freaking made it.
We did, man. Holiday fatigue be gone.
Wore out, man. I don't know, man. Charlie, maybe it's me, bro, but it seems as if the older I get, the more, like, I guess, bah humbug-ish I get with Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I enjoy the season, as it relates to, like, what it truly meant. I mean, what it truly means. But
exactly.
We tend as humans to commercialize
Stray.
it.
Yeah.
Solely the true meaning, and so it's just kind of like, oh my gosh, all right, gotta do this, gotta do that, all right, listen to the gremlins sing their Christmas carols, and keep it moving. But all in all, bro, like I said, man, we made it. It definitely wasn't a cold Christmas here in Texas, man, but it's kind of weird because we're about to get somebody opened up the deep freezer up north, man, and all the cold air is rushing out.
Bro, it's coming. It's kind of the same thing here. It was pretty warm. Christmas Day, it was beautiful, and it's steadily gone downhill since. And heck, I think we got a shot of winter weather tomorrow. Maybe a little freezing rain. We'll see.
Oh man, yeah. They said what? They said thirds. Oh crap! Let me look here. I guess my wife mentioned it, but you know how it goes when the wife talks. Man, it's like, all right, yeah.
In one ear, out the other.
Yep. Oh man, yeah, we got the old snowflake symbol here on the weather forecast.
It's snowing in Texas.
Freaking man! Oh my gosh, stay off the roads. You get like one flurry.
Shut down. That's the way it is.
Shut down, man. Wrecks all over the place. Just like I'm telling you, one little drop of rain, dude's like,
oh yeah,
it's crazy.
That sounds just like Atlanta, bro.
Really?
Shutting down 75, 85, 285, 20. They all shut down.
Man, you ain't lying, because I did some it's been maybe like a year or so since I've been in Hot Atlanta. But I was going to your neck of the woods, actually.
Yeah, you was up around us.
Yeah, man, I left the airport, dude, in a rental car, man. I'm like, bro, this reminds me so much of freaking Dallas, dude. It wasn't moving, son.
At all.
Yes. Oh, my gosh,
man. I read an article the other day, and they were talking about, it was a person that moved here from California, and they were like, let me tell y'all something. This Atlanta traffic's worse than California. He's like, because at least it moves in California. Here, something happens, you just sitting in the road.
Same here, man. Same here, bro. But man, we definitely got a heck of a show. I think we always have a heck of a show, especially the last one we had. It's not every day you have one of your aviation idols on, and you don't even know what to ask, because it's just like, wow, So, but definitely shout out to Miss Patty Wagstaff for taking the time. I'm like, she was actually, in the middle of instructing that day, and she took the time out of her day to, squeeze us in between students. So, I definitely want to shout her out. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to check out the last show, definitely jump on closetrafficpodcast.com and check it out.
Yeah, because heck, half the show was just going through her accolades.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, I was like reading it, just like, oh my gosh, we're still not done.
Like 10 minutes later, it's like we still going.
I know,
It's
man.
amazing how much she's accomplished.
Oh my gosh, man. It's crazy. It's kind of
and being female, man. I think to me that's what makes it more impressive is you just don't see a lot of that kind of success with the females. I wish we did.
Absolutely.
And it's coming. I mean, you're starting to see a little more here and there. So which
absolutely is cool. But I think even prior to her, you saw it even less, but I think her story inspired so many into the industry until it's if it wasn't for her, I don't think the aviation industry would be what it is today as it relates to diversity. So really cool to have her on, man. But no, there's been a few things. It's been a little bit of a transition period for the hobby as a whole, but there's definitely been some movement. I've definitely been kind of amazed. Actually, I figured everything would just be like completely dead. I was like, man, I don't know if we're maybe squeezing a show. It might.
Yeah.
But quite a few announcements, man. Especially on the hardware side. I think probably the one I was most impressed with to see. WinWing, did they announce this on Expo? But WinWing announces a MIP series, Mike India Papa series panels for the McDo and the CDU, which will be the Boeing FMC interface that we use. Man, what do you think, Charlie? I mean,
man, they look sweet.
Is this day one cop for you?
And that's hard. If I think we talked about it, but if I haven't been like such VR straightforward from now, instant cop. Oh yeah, I'd have pre-ordered both of them, but now it's like, well, with VR, it's like, man, you're gonna have to be looking under the headset. Which I say that, but man, the way I run mine is like I'll set the aircraft up and everything in 2D, and when I push is when I put the headset on. That's how I kind of do my flow. And once I start pushing, I put the headset on because everything's pretty much configured. You can do it a little quicker, in 2D than VR. Just being able to see your second screen over there. So, but I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. They definitely want them. It's just how much would I utilize them? Because I've been doing more GA flying than anything.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I haven't sent an airliner in a while. Well, I sent the 777, but
yeah, I don't know, man. GA's been hitting pretty hard lately, but
yeah,
you struck a good point, Charlie. I was like, man, I was super stoked about it, and then you kind of laid the hammer on me there. VR, man, it's completely changed how I interact with the sim, and I don't know with the with how I'm currently interacting with the sim would involve how much that would involve an additional piece of hardware. I don't know.
You see, with your Quest, you could probably do it a little easier with a pass through. You see, the pass through on this Crystal Light is garbage.
Is it now?
Yeah, it's like black and white and all pixely. You can't see nothing. I don't even use it.
And that's what's crazy, man. Like you start this journey into VR, and it's like, wow, you can't really gravitate to one device or the other because as many pros as they have, they also have almost like the equal amount of cons. It's weird, man, because I was looking at the same thing. I'm like, man, they got this freaking Pimax, everyone talks about it, but then it's like you got this freaking Quest, everyone talks about it, and it's like pick your poison. What you want to do? Do you like the lenses or do you like the clarity? Do you like this or do you like that? Do you like the UI or do you like what I mean? I don't know. It's like you spend all day, eventually you just got like full send and, see what you like.
Yeah, you almost need a different headset for each aircraft.
Pimax here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to check.
And there's a lot of people that's done that. Like, I've still got my Quest. I haven't used it lately, but I've still
because you were like, yeah, man, I'm totally going to sell it. I was like,
And then
still
Johnny's
there.
like, "Oh, you need to try some of them other games."
Yeah, seriously, though, man, I'm telling you.
I still ain't done it, but that's why I
Man, I'm
got
telling
rid
you,
of
bro,
it.
you've been missing out. There's one, dude, not to go off in the weeds. I guess a CTP, so heck with it. There's this one where it takes you up in the elevator. That's we're talking Quest, ladies and gentlemen. Takes you up in the elevator, and you open up the doors like a bing, and then you walk out, on this plank, and it's like you're in this high rise above New York, and yeah, it's like, what do you do?
Turn around, get back in the elevator, and go back to the floor. I've seen them TikToks, people doing that, and they're like crawling on the floor, and then somebody
Dude,
push them off, and he's like, ah!
My wife said the same thing. She was just like, it's pretty. She actually tried it for the first time. I didn't think
Did
she
she?
would try it. Yeah. It's just, man, VR, dude. It's just a sensory mind
Overload.
screw.
Yeah,
Even
it is.
my conscience knows, like my conscious, self knows that I'm in a VR headset, right? I know that I'm in the confines of my living room or my office, right? And still the primal instincts are like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, man, don't go out there.
Yes, dude. It's like, what do you do, man? And so I don't know. It's definitely it's definitely unique. I would highly recommend, if those of you who do have Quest and you're like me, you bought it just for simming, take a look at some of those some of those games, man, for sure.
Yeah. I think they make one that's like you use the controllers and you're like in an excavator or something.
Are you for real?
Dig VR or something I saw somewhere. It looked pretty cool.
Really? I had no idea. That does look pretty cool. Well, have you tried it, Charlie? Good grief, man.
Man, you know me, your boy been under the weather for a month.
Yeah, I know, man. How you feeling, by the way?
We're getting there. We're getting there.
That's
probably
cool.
feel the best today I have in 3 weeks. So
yeah, you sound a lot better last time. You're like, hey,
man, I'm still uglier and crap, but I feel better.
Oh man, it's all in the eye of the beholder, man. All in the eye of the beholder. But no, man,
I'm beautiful and I know it.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm like you, man. I'm on the fence with the like definitely for like a CDU. I don't know, man. I can't sit there and tell you I won't. I can't sit there and tell you I will right now. But it looks very, I like the form factors, not super big. So
and that's the other thing is the room. Like I've got my 2 panels, my side panels, but it's like, man, I'm slap out of room.
They've made the form factor pretty, it's like, so I could probably, room wouldn't be an issue for me. Gotcha. It would be like, Johnny, are you really going to use it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Don't be surprised if I don't. Don't be surprised if I do. So
that's it.
That's kind of where I'm at with that. But they've already released the price, $129.95. Pre-orders begin in January, which is like now. So get your coins ready.
That's it. And you can't beat that price. So $130.
Man, they've always had, even before anyone in the civilian sim industry was really talking about WinWing. Even like some like their products in DCS, bro. I still have their the F-16 stick, and it's solid.
Yeah,
like solid.
I spent
$270 for it, something like that.
Yeah,
love it, bro. Love it. So even if you're not interested in the MacDo or the CDU and haven't checked out any of their products, definitely check out one of their some of their products. It's don't think you'll be disappointed. Nope, not one bit. And so that's hardware as far as like what I saw. On a side note though, man, I've really been kind of looking at those stream decks as well. It's just
Oh, I love mine.
I know you do, man. I don't know, Charlie. Um,
I love
I don't
mine,
know. You know
especially
how I
in
am.
VR.
You know how I am about running like extra stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
But perf wise, I mean, there ain't a whole lot to it.
Really?
No, I mean, basically the way you're setting it up is a keyboard. I mean, that's like how I got
Okay.
my setup. So like, I hit my cockpit view, and all it's doing is just keybind to my keyboard, and it changes your view. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For us folks that don't have good memories and keybinds.
Man, I'm right there with you, dude. I'm like dabbling in Run 8 a little bit, man. My brain is like mush right now because, like, oh my gosh, what? Okay, break, train, break up, you know. Gosh, man.
Yep.
By the way, thanks, Spur. It's all your fault.
Yeah,
I'm like
appreciate
dabbling
you,
back.
Spur.
Yeah, appreciate you. I'm dabbling in, back in Run 8 again, and
yep.
I'm hooked, man. I'm hooked. I love the physics. Which brings us to
physics are unbelievable.
Oh, dude, yeah. Again, not to digress, but we're totally going to digress. But dude, it's just it looks awful, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, it's like pre-FSX days. Awful.
It's bloody awful. But you're so engrossed in the like getting this 20-ton piece of just train, you know, from point to point B, until you hardly really have time to let me just jump into orbit view and circle around like you do in Train Sim World or whatever. And it feels good, man. It
does. Feel the couplers coming back and forth.
Yes,
train
man.
like I don't want
this 0.2% no performance hit at all. And you know, on top of that, you can have like I think my last session I had like 2,000 different things going on, like trains and, you know, different cars and things like that going on in the sim world at one time, and like no performance hit. That's why the textures look like they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To really,
that's a lot of moving objects.
Yeah, you know, to give you that headroom. So, you know, again, thanks, Spur. It's all your fault. No, shout out to you, brother. But yeah, man. So that was that. You know, it's been kind of, you know, what old Johnny been sitting here lately. What about you, Charlie?
Yeah, kind of the same, man.
Really?
Sent that a little bit. I haven't done a whole lot since I've been sick, to be honest. I haven't sent very much at all. Just haven't felt like it.
Yeah.
So I've kind of been like, meh. Sent
the
777, the A300, sent that a couple times.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that 300? Because didn't they get some love in here? Like
it got a little loving. I'm still having a little performance issues in 24, and I haven't went back to 2020 and tried it, see what's up.
Yeah.
But last time I flew it in VR, it did fairly well. I also put on auto FPS into 2024. That seems to
I remember you were mentioning the auto FPS, man. I saw it. I forgot where I seen it at, but man, tell us about it, bro. Like, what's your experience has been with it?
Man, for me, it's been pretty much seamless. You just download the program, link it up, and it'll adjust your TODs and all your scenery stuff to give you a target frame rate. And it's worked really well because for me, it's always been on the ground is where it's the worst.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like in Atlanta, wherever, even some GA airports, it's like, good Lord, ain't nobody here. Why am I
really?
It's always been that way for me. But once I take off, it's like, oh, we're off the ground now. We're good.
Is that just 2024 specifically, or
no? It was 2020 was the same way for me.
Oh, really? Man, mine's been running like a sewing machine, bro. I don't know,
but
and that's strange. Like I get my performance has been kind of mediocre in 2024, but I'm also taking into account that 2024 is brand new. And
exactly.
Optimization to be made. So I'm like, okay, I haven't even really just ran VR in 2024. I think I ran it like once. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
You know.
But what's weird is when it first dropped, 24 first dropped, I was like, man, I was on the moon like she was running like a sewing machine.
Really?
And then they had that first little patch, and I didn't really notice nothing. And then that bigger update they did not too long ago, it was like, oh crap, what'd they do?
But you know how that goes, man. It's like,
oh yeah,
like those first several patches, the first generation of the patches, it's kind of like a cat and mouse game. You know what I mean?
it is.
You see some improvements here, see some regressions there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see a little more improvements here, see some regressions there, and then finally it gets, you start seeing less and less of the regressions. It's like, okay, we're starting to kind of dial in here, and because like now, man, like I'll fire up that 777 in 2020, the freighter.
Oh man, sheesh
In VR, bro, in 2020. Sheesh. Gosh, bro.
I love that aircraft.
So yeah, that's been when I have been in flight sim. It's been that. I really haven't, I think we spoke a little bit before the show, bro, but I really haven't done many like airliner ops at all. Like
I haven't.
You haven't at all?
Not really, man. Like I said, that T7 been doing some cargo stuff,
Yeah,
I did do Anchorage to Ontario.
Yeah, you did, bro. How was that trip, man?
Oh man, that was a great trip.
Really? How long was it?
4 hours, 4.5.
Oh, that ain't bad. Okay, I thought it was longer
Shoot,
than that.
man. 0.82, son. We get on down the road. 506,000 pounds. We rolling,
man. Rolling cold, bro. Good.
But it was cool, man. I'll say that's probably one of the most memorable ones I've had, because when we got into Ontario, we kind of came around the mountain, and like we were right on top of the mountain I guess it'd be to the south of me, like cutting off Ontario, and you look over in VR and it's just Ontario is just blanketed in fog.
Wow.
So then I vectored around. I was actually using Beyond ATC again on that flight.
Really?
It worked great. They've done a lot of improvement with that. A lot.
Okay.
A lot. I'm very impressed. There's still some quirks here and there, but
sure. But they're not like vectoring you in like a mountain or anything crazy like that.
No, but yeah, we came around. They cleared me to land and hit that LLS sign, put her right down. It was sweet,
man. Yeah, dude. It's oh man, I guess it's kind of further proves my point to where like the first 6 months, man, of the sim release. If I can help it, I just hold on to my previous version of whatever platform.
Yeah, man, you just kind of dip your toe in it.
I don't have time, man. And I think you hit the nail on the head right there, bro. It's just you're really just kind of dipping your toe into, what's coming up next to get familiar with it, because you're going to get it. You
ain't gonna have a choice. Eventually, they're gonna stop with 2020.
Especially with this. The way the whole cloud-based, back end they're going to now. I mean, eventually you're not going to have a choice. I'm telling you, Microsoft is not, they'll give 2020, they'll stall 2020 out for, maybe, I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate, but they'll stall them out for a bit, continue to support, both infrastructure. Yeah. But eventually, man, they're going to hit the
office. Daylight.
Wow.
Or sunset.
Yeah, especially, and I would venture to say, so what, 2020? So I guess, I don't know, man. No, I'm not even gonna venture to say, but eventually it's coming. So
yeah, it is.
With all that being said, bro, I mean, it's for the most part 2024. It's been performing fairly well for me. I think could be some optimizations made in the photogrammetry.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I hadn't flew over Atlanta. I've been kind of scared to see if it's still the old Georgia Dome or the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. See, 2020 is it's the old Georgia
Stadium. But that Bing data, man, that's what's interesting to me. The Bing data is like, if you go to Bing Maps, they're pretty freaking current.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
wondering,
what I don't understand.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't understand how it's not getting the most up-to-date data.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. And so it's like you got that, and what else has been going on in 2024? Oh yeah, I did do a little quick run I was hoping the 226 got a little loving, but I don't think they probably got to that yet. I did jump into 226 and it was hilarious, man. It was like, I spawned. Where did I spawn at? It was somewhere in Louisiana. I was gonna do some offshore work. Had to one of the platforms, and I, applied some collective. Started to kind of, come up a little bit, and we all right, get a little forward on the cyclade. We're starting to move a little bit. Okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, like I completely lose all torque, dude. And I end up in the bayou, man. So.
Oh,
On this episode of Air Disasters. Yeah, man.
Dang.
That was me.
That happened to me. I can't remember why. Yeah. It's like, what was it? I mean, it was the first time I tried it, but I kind of had the same ordeal happen. I can't remember if I had something reversed, or I think my issue was I had too many things mapped to the same thing.
Oh, and something took over when wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, like because I use, the Warthog reverse, so like all the way forward, it'd be the collective down, and then you pull it like you would in a real helicopter. Right. But then, like my T16,000 little throttle switch on it was bound.
Little dealio there.
Yeah, and then one of the throttles on my Bravo was bound, and I didn't know it. So.
Man, I'm telling you, it's not like 2024 makes it any easier for you to figure all that out.
Oh my gosh, much so that I've really looked back into SPAD, and I just don't want to deal with all that again.
Man, I know it. That's why I say, man, to me, I think X-Plane just kind of takes the win for that. And I guess it really just depends on how mentally you're set up. You know what I'm saying? If your logical thinking kind of aligns with how 2024 and 2020 does things, you'll probably like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I've had no issues with 2020. But, for, some of us, some of us who, I guess, function a little differently, to me, I think, thinking coming at logically, to me, I think X-Plane kind of, comes out on top. As relates
I would much agree.
And if I set up controls for a freaking King Air, I jump back when I go back into the King Air. My controls are set up for a King Air. You know what I'm saying, man? So
exactly. The thing about X-Plane, people gonna probably hate me. You don't have to worry about it. You fire it up, you load your stuff in, and you send it.
You send it, bro. I don't even.
And there ain't no hiccups. There ain't no data loss because it's downloading or whatever. Ain't no something that needs updated. It just works. And for folks with time constraints, it's like if I'm gonna send something, I got an hour and a half. Probably gonna lean towards X-Plane at the moment.
I don't know, Charlie, man. Yeah, I don't think I heard that tune here a couple of weeks ago. What happened,
you
bro?
Didn't, man. I'm telling you, they've done some good work in X-Plane. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, man. Man.
Other than VR, yeah.
Still a little sketch.
It's a little wonky. Not gonna lie. Looks fine, but just you can't control the camera, and that's weird. Really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I quit messing with it.
Yeah, no, I think they might be. I think I said that last show. I need to check it out. I haven't yet, but a couple of camera programs that might help that out some. But
yeah, let me know if you do, man, because I think that's what kind of turned me up. Because I was like, yes, VR and the 650, load that thing up, bro, and I was just like all discombobulated, man. I ended up like I ended up across the runway from the aircraft. I'm like, bro, how did this even happen? Finally, I was like,
oh my gosh, for real?
Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened. I'm like, it was seeing my wand, so like.
I haven't tried it with the Quest, so I could see that, I guess.
Yeah, and it was just like. I was all over the place, bro. And finally, I was like, screw it. That was the last time I tried. First and the last time I tried VR with it. So, man, it'd be pretty interesting to see if there's some sort of, camera mechanism or camera add-on or something to kind of make that a little easier, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of freaking X-Plane, man, did I touch on the citation the last show? No, I don't think.
I don't think it was out yet, was it?
I don't think it was.
We didn't really touch on nothing with Patty.
No, man, you couldn't. That's
no
Wagstaff, man. You couldn't.
No. Flight simming. What's flight simming?
What? Man.
Y'all flight sim?
It was so funny, man. Just to go back to it, it was like, and I knew, I kind of knew the answer, but when I asked Miss Wagstaff, I was like, you have an opportunity to flight sim, even though she's like, I mean, she's what brought a lot of people to flight sim with her work with Microsoft and earlier iterations, and even the current iteration. There's always an extra 300 or extra 360 or something in flight sim because of her. And she was like, I really don't have much time, when like she just came out of like doing
that she literally just came out,
and
headed right back.
Like, right. But no, I got a little chuckle from that. But where was that going, Charlie?
I have no clue.
I don't know either. So, all that being said, man. Oh, that's what it was. So, yeah, speaking of X-Plane, the Citation 525 release. I think I did talk about that. I don't know. I don't remember.
You? Talk about it again, because it's worth talking about.
This is what happens when you get a bunch of old people trying to run a podcast.
That's it, man. 4-0 this year, bro.
Ooh, man.
Heck, in about a month and 5 days to be exact.
Really? Oh, I'm at the old 3-9, bro, man.
You still spring chicken.
Man. Tell these old ones that. Oh, man. I was like, oh my gosh, man. It's like every time you go up for the medical, man, it's like,
Exactly.
It's like who I need to pay off. But anywho,
yeah, just turn your head, Doc. Don't look at that.
Hand him like a gift.
How about them Texans, Doc?
Like,
you like Texans?
You like Texans?
I know you ain't a Cowboys fan, so.
Oh my gosh, man! Before we can get doxxed, but yeah. So Torque Sim officially released Citation 525. If I talked about it previously, I apologize. But yep, it's out, and they actually just released an update, version 1.0.1, and it's pretty dang solid. You're not gonna get there, you're not gonna get anywhere quick, but those of us who have been wanting a citation, really impressed with it, and they've already done a mod for it. Did you see that the Tamarack mod? The winglet mod, Charlie?
No, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, man, they dropped a winglet mod for it. Now, the mod doesn't have any meaningful effect with performance, just visuals. But man, you stick winglets on a brick, bro, and it sets them off, man. It sets them off.
You just need TDS to get up in there in a hurry.
In a hurry, man. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because you talked about that, had some issues, and then reality XP, man. It's been like a year. Yeah. I could be totally wrong, but I want to say it's been a good year since we had any sort of meaningful update for that avionics platform, and it's one. I'm a little concerned, man, for reality, because there's been really quiet, and then you got all this movement from TDS, and because when they dropped that 750 and that's 650, man, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. So you're telling me I can get current nav data, in my 750 now X-Plane? Sheesh, done. He can charge whatever he wants, man.
Yeah, exactly. See, I had an issue with that in VR too. You can't control the screens in VR.
Really?
You can touch the buttons and like hit direct to, and then direct to comes up, and then you got your flight plan, but you can't like select the waypoint. Like it's only the buttons of the GTN work, but not the touch screen in VR.
Bro,
I don't know what's up with that, but
bro,
I just found that out today.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully they bring some. They put a little more emphasis on VR, and it's funny because like a few months ago I could care less, but please put a little more emphasis on the VR.
Just a smidge. I ain't asking for a whole lot.
Yeah, man. Which we definitely got to have that interaction. I flew it yesterday, man. It was like a 620-mile trip. Um, no issues, man. I was running. Now I was running the UNS-1. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I want to say, yeah, I did talk about this before. But I was running the GTNs just for mostly situational awareness and the approach, and the UNS is my primary means of navigation. And yeah, it was really didn't have much of a problem, man. So but it's like I said, the older 750, it's a little quirky, and then it's like an older iteration. It's not the NXI, so it's like, man,
no,
still that. But yeah, aside from that, man, it's been running really good for me. There's been a few issues, and it's one of those things to where the issues that I've encountered are issues that I've encountered with a myriad of different new aircraft, and that last update alleviated most of that for me. So yeah, X-Plane's been pretty sweet lately. Yeah, it's been hitting, bro. Then what was it? It was like Christmas. It was like either around New Year's or something like that. Thronda drops the
TBM
PC-12. No, the PC-12.
PC-12. That's
PC-12,
right.
yes.
TBM.
Yeah, and picked that up as well, man. And
speaking of, I need to send the TBM in 24. I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Which TBM? The A50?
Mm-hmm. Black Square.
Did Just Flight drop an update for it?
I don't think so, but I've seen it's pretty well flyable.
Really? Huh.
Sorry, back to X-Plane.
No. I say that because like I've seen it too, and I was just, how people, man, they'll just grab.
Well, that's like me and you, bro. You can throw that thing in there and not have a problem, and I can't even get it to turn on. Like, it's the way it is, man.
It gets to a point to where it's like, you kind of hate to say anything because it's like, man, like I know. Like it's like blue screen Charlie's computer, and
exactly, because that's what would happen. Full white, full reinstall everything.
Then reinstall the sim like 4 times, bro.
I'm telling you, I call that lack of knowledge. Is what I call.
No, man, it's called
I get button click in and screw something up.
It's what called different hardware environments, man. It has nothing to do with your competency as it relates to manipulating a computer, Charlie.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Coach. I appreciate that.
You can do it.
I can do it.
But yeah, man. So yeah, it's man, like there's a lot of us who are very adventurous out there, and we'll so like you'll have an add-on, right? No one said anything about it being cross-compatible with another platform. We'll just blindly copy and paste that joker over and then feel some type of way when the ish doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it.
Oh, I find that amusing, man. And then let's get in the forums. Is like, has anyone tried it in 2024? Like, did the developer say it was right? No, but I put it in there, and like the panel's upside down or whatever. It's like
everything works, but the wheels don't turn.
The gear doesn't retract.
The gear won't retract. But it shows up on the cockpit,
I get a little chuckle out of that, man, when I see that. But no, I'm really curious. I hope it does work, man. I need to send that thing too. But then it's like, I don't know. Hopefully, my good friends over at Hot Start, they're cooking up that 900 for X-Plane 12. And I'm telling you, man, it's a freaking. Those of us who are like dual loading sims, it's just been a smorgasbord for us because there's been so much going on both platforms now. And I think, we've talked about this to nauseum, but I think it kind of has a lot to do with kind of one's kind of, pushing the other into awesomeness, which I think is great for, everybody.
Exactly.
And That's like that scenery, man. There's been a lot of developers who have been like dual dropping scenery. So they'll have a release for X-Plane 12 and then they'll have a release for 2020 and 2024. I've been noticing that more and more lately.
Yeah, I have too.
Because what was that one, Charlie, you brought up? That was like Orlando or something?
Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's awesome. Then there's another scenery developer out there that'll do that. Like they dropped what was it? Man, I forget. Oh, I forgot what it was. But they dropped it for 2020 first, I want to say, and they ended up eventually dropping it to X-Plane. And yeah, man, I mean, I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
I definitely think it's awesome. Speaking of which, Elon, but speaking of which, you know what grinds my gears, bro? So I don't know if you've been following the DFW Imagine Sim project here lately.
Oh,
did you hear about the delay? Did you hear about that?
I did.
They
don't nobody need no freaking tram. Come on. Like, I understand you can update that later, bro. Keep it pushing.
Everybody said that, man. No one cares.
I live here. But who gives a shit about a tram?
I live here and I don't even take the tram. No one cares. No one cares about the tram.
Now, if you're in Orlando, that's a little different because you can only get to the terminals that way.
But you got a boat, right?
Yeah. But I'm different, man. I never care about any of that stuff. I hardly ever go into a terminal. Yeah. I buy scenery for the outside and the jetways.
Accurate taxiways. And
accurate taxiways.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'd be lying if I didn't take a little peruse through some of those interiors, man, because they're so enticing, bro. It's like, all right, I'm here at the gate. Oh, let me just,
what's over here
real quick. Yeah. Like one of the airports, man, it was Springfield, bro. It had the whole, like the TSA line, dude.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty cool.
Even got even got someone getting body scanned, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's awesome. Heck, I think Sanford has that too. Like a virtual interior or whatever. Yeah. Which I'm kind of the same way, man, to an extent. I just don't have to have that. Even with some of the methods that developers like FS Dream Team has done, where they kind of. It's weird how they did it. It almost looks like it's a whole interior, but it's not.
It's not.
There's a term for it. The terminology doesn't come to me right now. But it's almost like it kind of looks 3D-ish, but it's not 3D.
It's kind of like a mirage, I guess you could
say. Something like that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But it's, I don't know, man.
Because for me, man, it always goes back for me, especially with these Sims and NVR, is the performance. All of that takes resource.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at a tram or do you want to be able to take off and not be like, you know what I mean? Like glitching coming off the runway. No.
Oh my gosh, man. So you're telling me I can't see the TGI Fridays inside the airport, bro?
No, bro.
I don't want
I'm telling you. And if that's you, that's you. I didn't mean nothing wrong with that.
That's wrong with it. Not one bit.
Different strokes for different folks, but for me, I'd rather have the performance than a Chick-fil-A, and
Chick-fil-A.
Have a blessed day.
What day is it, man? Oh, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday, man.
Chick-fil-A. Anyway, so hey, man, Flight Sim Studios dropped some news. I think you might be interested in, since you didn't you cut the E-Jet for 2020?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What moron taught you into that, Charlie? Jeez, bro.
I think there's a couple of them actually. Should have bought them X-Plane ones and been
done. Been done. But no, they shared a little news with her as it relates to their roadmap, and this 2025 will be the year of LNAV, VNAV, and the custom FMS according to their Discord. So
I hope so. It's been like 2 years now.
Yeah, well, we have to multiply it times like 3, man. So yeah, it's been that long.
been a
since
while.
yeah.
Been a while. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand, but
6
man,
whole years. No, I was kidding.
just
Yeah,
don't
it hadn't
talk
been
about
that
it.
long.
Just get it done.
Yeah, it's good, man. There's a few of them that'll do that, man. I think it's in their excitement because they see the end of the road and it's there. It's like, man, I want to share it, with the public to, keep them privy to what's going on. But what that ends up doing is,
Causing fatigue.
setting expectations that may or may not be obtainable in the moment. You know what I mean? And there's one, man. I'm not going to name names, but they happen to be dropping the 757 for for 2020.
I'm not going to drop no names, but
Oh my gosh, guys!
but man,
But
I'm just call it out, bro. And they're sitting here today sharing pictures of the 767. Get the damn 75 out. I don't care about something that's 2 years down the road. We've been waiting on this thing forever.
man,
I don't
75, bro,
understand it,
be in the
man.
boneyard, man. Before
I don't understand it.
I'm not. I'm being pessimistic, y'all. I really am. Don't pay me much mind, but um, just
Tired, boss.
and that's a lot of our fault too as consumers, Charlie. Right?
Yeah.
We'll sit there and whine because no one's communicating to us the status of this particular project.
Then when they do,
But
it's too much.
oh my gosh, man. But we're willing to like pull out the pitchforks the moment they drop too much information, and it's, we're dropping dissertations and oh my gosh, man, this is vaporware and this and this and that.
Yeah.
It's just taking a little longer than expected. Now, with that being said, I think there should be limits to that, especially when you set a milestone, you blow past it, you set another one, but then you're dropping content as if it's a short ways away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the issue.
That I think is where we kind of need to be careful of. I mean, if you need to cook, we're gonna let you cook, but just spend a little less on the shots and focus on getting this thing to the masses because it's I kind of felt bad for them when they you can tell their excitement in the post. And you got people in the comments that are saying, um, is it because you changed the modeling is why there's a delay, or there are comments sprinkled in there concerning the timeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially with it being your first foray into into the market.
Yeah.
I think I think didn't they appear in Expo last year as well?
Yeah.
And here we are, about to be hitting next year's Expo, and don't go into next year's Expo with a ginormous presentation and miss another milestone. That's I'm going to be a day one buyer. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't care if I am sale number one and I am the only sale. I hope they get more, but I know I'm picking it up because I've been waiting 100%. For 757 for decades. But I think them making a big presentation and then not being able to meet the milestone, whatever that may be, that they set, is going to turn a lot of folks away. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully, and of course you can't, there's no, we're no fortune teller, right? I mean, things happen. Like for example, I think with the mattress sim, I think one of the developers got injured. Which is what I mean, that's understandable. Stuff happens.
Stuff happens 100%. Hope it gets better, but that's one feature that don't have to be there for release.
Yeah, but So I say all that to say, just just kind of, I guess, find the balance with
Yeah.
conveying information, but at the same time, kind of, all right, let's focus on the mission. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my PSA. But
Yeah, because now to me it kind of seems like we're hearing more about 767 stuff than the 75 that's still not here.
Now I heard another thing about another I guess news snippet about a 767. Are we talking about the RHD simulations? 767 or the other 767?
The other one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw
We're
the
talking about we'll have a presentation for Expo and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, really?
Wait a minute, they released more news on that?
Yeah, it was in that article. It said something about like I'd have to go back and find it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, dude. I can give rats. You know what?
For those wanting more on 7.6, then you will have to likely wait till Expo 2025 to get more quote juicy details.
Man, just give me my 757.
Give me the damn 757 and then go to the 7.6. Let's get the one before you can't put the cart before the horse because the cart won't move. Come on now.
What if it's solar power, Charlie?
Solar power horse cart.
I don't know.
Might be onto something, Johnny.
Oh. It'll be on the next. I'll announce the next Expo, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. We'll have a full feature video.
Drop screenshots, man. Be cool. Dropping in the sim. Let me shut up, bro. But
dude, I'm cooking here. You know what's really going to tick me off?
What's that?
When it gets close to release and we see that thing from 300 different streamers.
I mean, it'll be in 2020. So, like, who's going to hold on to 2020 that long aside from me?
I'm just saying. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, well, which is fine. To each your own, but
I just don't understand. I would rather have the delay and they release it for both. Like,
yeah,
I didn't understand that part. I mean, you knew.
I don't know.
This at this point, 2024 was coming. You're already in the code, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And again, it's there's a lot of aircraft that are still in 2020, so that's like the only reason why I'm holding on to it. Yeah. And we'll continue to hold on to it. But let's say that thing drops in, like, I don't know, August. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think it's that far away?
Man, I'm spitballing, bro. I'm just
you're just guessing.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Let's just say August, man. Who's gonna hold on to 20? I'm not saying that it is, hoping it's not. Hopefully we'll get it like a little bit before Expo, so our whistles have been wet, and then we'll hear news about the 767, which is a possibility.
Ain't a bad strategy either.
But I don't know, man. It's I think the reason why I am a fan of 767 is because of the 757. You know what I mean? So I think that's what a lot of us
are. It's not flight factors. It's not very good.
Waiting on. Yeah, it had its moment. And then it's they've been so like knee deep with the 777 until they hadn't really done anything with the.
I've really itching to kind of try that one. I haven't yet.
Really?
Yeah. Really? But man, it's so hard. No GSX.
Man, that GSX, dude. Oh my gosh.
They've burnt me.
If they had an equivalent in X-Plane, man. I don't know. And there is, but it doesn't quite
Sam or whatever.
Is it Sam? There's another one. Jar Design.
Jar. I can't run Jar. It crashes my sim every time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Both of them, 11 and 12, have the same problem.
Wow. So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
I bought it.
I don't know, man. Even when everything does flow correctly for me, it doesn't have all the same check boxes as GS6 does, man. It just doesn't. So
it don't.
That's really been the only thing that's been, kind of, because their X-Crafts is also working on a ERJ 145. They're bringing that to a higher fidelity version over to X-Plane 12. And they were able to get the one for 11 to work in 12, but it's not to like the EJet standards, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I may just have to like bite the bullet, but it's like with the 145, yeah, air stairs anyway, so it's not just completely totally off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm with you on that one. If we just had a solid GSX equivalent, bro, I think we'd be on to something for sure.
Just some bag loaders and
something, man. Something. And that's what's been really cool here lately, man. I've been noticing like a lot of action, on the X-Plane side as well as 2020 and 2024.
Yeah.
I think so. They,
they just dropped that big update for X-Plane 12.
Oh crap! Yeah, the ATC update, which I've heard is
I hadn't tried
pretty
it.
solid, bro.
Really?
I hadn't tried it either. Yeah, I'm me, man, bat sim, but I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard it's legit, man. And the clowns, although they're not 2020, 2024s, man, they're looking a lot better than what they were.
Yeah, because it was garbage.
Yeah, and they're looking a whole lot better than what they were. And then you compound that with level up, just dropping that 7. I say Jazz, but it's been, well, they dropped like the 29th, I think.
What'd you think about that for free?
Bro, it looks pretty freaking good, man.
It does.
And we talked about this off air, Charlie. Stuff just moves different in X-Plane 12, man. And I like the way it moves. Like
that's me. The more and more I fly in it again, it's like, hey, this girl got some weight behind her.
I'm not complaining. I'm not comparing. I'm just staying a fact. It is what it is.
Factual information. Try it yourself.
Yeah. It's pretty solid. With the visuals aside and all that.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
I did throw ortho back in there, but I think I'm actually going to take it out.
Really? Man, nothing wrong with that, man. Heck, I did a trip from Athens to downtown Shreveport, which I've flown that same route real world, and it looked, the approach picture, like the site picture, the approach for 1-4 and then downtown Shreveport is the exact same as what I saw in X-Plane 12, and that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
And then plus I don't have to throw a freaking, drop a scenery in there every time I want to go to a small GA airport because they're that freaking far off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's one of those.
That could have been. I just thought about that. That could have been the reason I had that issue with that airport I was at this morning.
Ooh, yeah.
Guarantee it.
I don't know. And don't get me wrong, the folks who run it and they drop screenshots, it looks amazing. I guess over the years, and this is someone coming from like FS98, and you've seen where you've come from, and you're at this point in time now, and it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but I'll work with it. I mean, heck, worked with worse,
as a matter of fact, they're gone right now.
And speaking of like going retro, man, Just Flight just dropped in I say they just, it's been about a week or so ago. They announced the Learjet 405. OMG. What do you think, Charlie? I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Is that going to be a day one for you, man?
100%. 100% day one. What about you?
Man, this is sky blue, bro. Oh my gosh, man.
It is for the moment. It ain't gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah, ain't gonna be long. But man, range of 2,000 miles, bro, with a ceiling of 51,000 feet with up to 9 in the
I
back,
didn't know
bro.
it went that high, bro.
Son. Oh yeah, man. You know those Lears are high
51?
flyers, bro. 51, son. Yeah. Those Lears are high flyers, bro. Yeah.
Man, you'd have to go 800 miles to get that girl to cruise.
I don't know, man. She got some legs under her, bro.
Yes, she does.
I
did not realize that was that high.
Yeah, bro. That's why man, that may be a server breaker, bro. That may be one of those, man. They may have to call up old Azure on one end and then get old Amazon on the other, man. It's like, hey, we need both of y'all's infrastructures, like, this date.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's highly anticipated. I'm looking forward to their Starship as well. But that's, man, that layer 4 or 5 is highly anticipated.
Yeah.
And that's not even including what our good friends over at Flight FX are doing. They got the Piaggio going. I may have screwed that up. I'm sorry, Nick. They got the Challenger. Oh my gosh, the Challenger they're cooking on. I think they know something else as well, man. I forget, but I mean, just they don't miss, and that's down the road, man. It's business jets are about to, definitely
show up. What
see some action, bro. Oh my lord, yes.
Not sick of airliners.
Oh my gosh, man. I'm airlinered out, man.
And Airbus
out. Charlie. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, what do we think about that 350, man? Any business? I think we talked about that too.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. Where am I going to send it in the time I have?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I spent half a day looking up 777 routes domestically and found.
Yeah, you did. Shout out to that little spreadsheet. My man was so committed to sending a realistic 777 freighter route. He put together a spreadsheet, man. See,
I did.
Where's my freaking?
We need to
go over here and
share that.
Hold on, man. Yeah, oh, Nobel Peace Prize over there. Oh my gosh, man! Because I was stumped, bro. I almost didn't buy it, man. I'm like, dude,
I know, dude. I sit there, I sit there at work after the launch day, and I was like, man, we're on the fence. Me and Johnny's talking. I was like, man, what are we gonna send it? Heck, I just started looking, man, and I was like, oh, we can go here. Heck, by the time I knew it, I had a pretty good list and sent it to Johnny. He's like, okay, I'm buying.
Man, it was like
that's all I needed, man. Right there. I'm good.
All I needed, man.
DFW to Atlanta short route.
Oh, man. And you got FedEx, Kalita Ops, Korean Air.
Yep.
So I mean, there's definitely, yeah, man. I mean, there's definitely some, there's definitely opportunities to be had, and especially freighters, man. I think that's why I gravitate to them so much because, it's one of the few styles of airliner operations where you're sending big volume aircraft into
Greenville, Spartanburg.
There you go. What I'm saying?
Yeah, like the A300.
Right.
That's why I love the A300. You can hit the smaller ports in a bigger aircraft.
Yep. And which is another reason why we're fiending so hard for freaking 777 because it's like that's what it does, man.
75, bro.
Oh man. Hey, let me get off the 75. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know, man.
Man, back to the Lear. Yeah, I'm day one.
Yeah, I mean that's an easy day one for me. But I mean, there's a few airliners I'm kind of looking forward to, man. That Fokker 70-100.
Or you say I don't.
Yeah, I kind of again, man. I kind of came up through
You
that
like
time
the
where you saw
Clerks.
him. Yeah. I mean, you saw him at the airport. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it
true.
was. Especially Charlotte, man. Like Americans sent the snot out of the those Fokkers. And then Midway back in the day, they ran the Fokker 70s and 100s. Well, I think the Fokker 100s. I forget one of them, or if not both. I mean, they were definitely a thing, man. And it'd be nice to get just because when you go out to the airport, and again, once again, we've talked about this at nauseum as well. You go out in the airport right now, Charlie. What do you see?
7.3s,
Mm-hmm.
A300s,
Mm-hmm.
or 320s, 321s,
Mm-hmm.
319,
Mm-hmm.
couple of 717s, if you're in Atlanta, but that's
Mm-hmm.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
76,
CRJs. Mm-hmm.
CRJs, ERJs.
Heck, barely see them now, man. It's mostly E-jets now.
Yeah, because they phasing out the 75s.
Yeah, they're working them out. The 145s, bro. I mean, there's a few
Yeah.
operators that run them.
I know Delta
But
announced they starting to really get them out of here.
yeah, man, it's pretty dry now, man. So yeah,
it's almost like cookie cutter. There's like no, what's the word character, I guess you would say.
Yeah, diversity.
You got a new piece of wood, and then you got
yeah,
a 1800s piece of wood, and there's just the character, the variety.
Yeah.
It just don't hit like it did in the day.
And the market's built that, man. The
true.
economics has totally shaped what we see at the airports, and that's why.
Get in there and they smell like cigarettes and
oh yeah, man, get
little cigars or
man, taking it way back, bro. It's like everybody
wore
a student
clothes covered in that tobacco tar.
Oh man, see the occasional spit cup still left in the.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Oh, good old days.
Oh, good old days.
Oh my gosh, man. People are like, oh my, what's wrong with these people? But but yeah, man, there's a couple of them I'm looking forward to. But for the most part, man, that's really all that's kind of transpired, from what we could see in the past several weeks. Again, hope everyone had the had the opportunity to spend time with family. Just take airliners and airplaning. Just put all that aside for the moment. Just hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. Just a moment to kind of reset and realign or whatnot.
Yeah,
I did do a thing, Charlie.
What'd you do?
I reinstalled ForeFlight.
You did?
And yeah, I don't know, man. There's Garmin Pilot pushed an update, man. It's just doesn't really hit the same, bro.
Really?
I don't know, man. Yeah.
So my man done went back. I remember you said something about it. I didn't know my man was over there cooking with it.
Yeah, but it's been simmering, man. I don't know. The problem is I gotta have to move, and I have to move all of my logs from Garmin Pilot because it was a pain in the butt to get my paper log book and the Garmin Pilot, and then transition. I think you can export to XML. I mean the XLS file or whatever, and import it just as long as the columns align with what ForeFlight's looking. I don't know, man. I don't even know if I really just made the conscious decision to just transition just yet. But I'm definitely looking at it, man. I don't know. And then just ForeFlight just got bought out by. No, I'm sorry. I digress. I think Boeing's putting them up for sale or something like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to make that jump. You know what I mean?
So Boeing's selling ForeFlight. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say Jeppesen is involved somehow. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I've always thought Jefferson was somehow finagled in there.
Yeah, but I think they're in the process of either getting sold or being put up for sale, something like that. Yeah, so that's.
I hadn't used it in real world. I don't have a real world license, but like what I've used Ford Flight, with the sim, I like it. But I kind of like Garmin Pilot better. I think it's a
Man,
little more simpler.
well,
I don't need all that crap.
you know why it probably comes out to be that way?
Because it
If
is.
you because
They make Garmin Pilot for dummy pilots.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, especially for guys like me, man, because I was never a smart mind. But
Ford
dude,
Flight
it's
wasn't
like
around when you came up, bro.
none of it was around when I came up, bro. But it's like if you've used a GTN 750 or any like GTN style device, you'll just slip right into Garmin Pilot because it's kind of along that same. The UI is kind of similar to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But with that being said, man, I really like some of the updates Ford Flight has made. With making the workflow a little easier, pulling up approaches, previewing the ATIS information for you, little things like that, man, that kind of help, lessen the workload. And I hadn't flown with it yet, but I think my next flight, I may fly with it, and then once I fly with it, that's when I'll like make my decision. Like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't know, man. Yeah, this may just go back to Garmin. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence, but it is installed.
Have you tried it with the sim?
I tried it a couple times with the sim.
Now, does it do the plates auto light come up?
Oh yeah. Like you can.
It's been so long since I've used it, I couldn't remember it.
Yeah. And how this all came up in my last BFR I did. I was talking with the CFI, and we were just kind of comparing the FBs because of course I'm like, it seems like nobody in this area uses freaking Garmin Pilot except me, but it's okay. I'll die on that hill by myself. Totally cool with that. I was just talking about some of the updates or whatever because he's like, man, when was the last time you used it? I was like, man, it's been like freaking 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, yeah, man, check out, show me a couple things on it. I was like, man, let me install it and check it out. And yeah, I installed it, man. And I used GP from a BFR, man, because I wasn't about to set myself up for failure like that. But installed it and kind of messed around with it, and I did a couple of sim runs with it, and I'm like, oh no, man, I'm kind of digging what they're putting out there. So man, I'll probably do another trip with it, maybe do some touch and goes with it or whatever, over at the old airport and see how it feels. Yeah, see if it tickles the fancy enough for me to make that leap, because my subscription is almost up for Garmin Pilot for this year, so I'll have to do an annual.
Ford Flight's a little more than Garmin Pilot, isn't it?
Yeah,
like substantially.
So yeah.
So what is Garmin Pilot or Ford Flight, 400 or something?
Performance Plus, I think it's like 2 somethings from what I saw.
Oh god.
Yeah. Now I think if you get all that, now you can make it 400.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Like jet plates and all that.
I ain't paying $400 a year, and that thing never leaves my TV.
Bro, I'd send paper charts before I give somebody. I'm just saying.
Navigraph ain't ever let me down,
man.
That's who need to get in that Navigraph. Y'all need.
Heck, no, they don't, bro.
No.
Guess what will happen with the price?
Oh, that's true. Disregard,
man. Look at the experimental aircraft market. Look at the avionics for experimental aircraft, and then go into aircraft that require the avionics to be STC'd. Go look at that and compare the prices, and circle back with me. I'll wait.
No, that's I had thought of that. That's true.
Yeah, bro. Like we're up here talking about GTNs, bro, knowing good and freaking well if we were You know,
what is that one?
Talking about this from an ownership level, man. Like, you know, I mean, you're good with dropping about 55,000, 60,000 for one. Yeah, per
100K and 2 panels.
No, I think it's like, it's about 100K, man, to get your panel all done up. But I think, like, when the last time I looked at, man, because that club I was in, it was, what they paid for, dude? It was like 20, 25, 30,000, something like that. They had to pay for 750.
750?
Yeah. And then they get someone to put it in.
Yeah, because, I mean, putting it in ain't hard. It's having to do all the calibrations, man. That I couldn't do that part.
Yeah. You know, but, you know,
wiring and that kind of stuff, it wouldn't bother me. But sitting there having to calibrate it and all that.
And see, that's the thing, man. You can't really, you know, it's one of those add-ons you can't really do, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that stuff does not come cheap. Now, if you know, their avionics suites, man, they're pretty freaking good. That you can cop for an experimental, bro, at a fraction of the cost.
Yep.
You know, so I don't know. Speaking of avionics, man, I'm gonna tell you what kind of blew my mind. Go over to that PC24 and FS24 and MSFS24, bro. Good Lord, they're rolling avionics like that. Oh my gosh, dog.
It's crazy. What? Man.
It's like a mini 350 in that thing.
Yeah.
Too bad I can't freaking fly it.
Exactly. Too bad you can't.
Gosh, bro. Yeah, man. It's like
that hot tool mod.
Please, dude. Please, we need a hot tool mod in the worst way. And name it as such. I totally pay for it. Hot tool mod for PC24.
Exactly.
24. Yes.
No crypto accepted.
Oh. Too soon.
Too soon. Heck, I think they still try to find old gal.
Oh man,
you done dip, son. You got that money. We on.
Oh man, they'll probably find her in the same place that 757's at.
Yeah, old Diddy was.
Oh man, before we get canceled, bro. But yeah, man, I was thoroughly impressed. It just wasn't flyable, man. Like I couldn't get it to do anything.
I still haven't tried it. Maybe I'll do that this evening.
Man, try it, and I'm hoping you'll tell me that it's all on my end. And
you know with me, I won't be able to load it, and Johnny at least get in the cabin.
No, man. And that's the thing, dude. The cabin looks amazing. I loaded up the Medic because they have a Medevac version as well.
Yeah,
looks freaking gorgeous, bro. They have a cargo version. Looks freaking gorgeous, dude. Like everything is there, you know, for just like, in my opinion, probably the best default aircraft in the sim. But it's just, isn't that right, dude? I don't know. And again, maybe it's me, you know, maybe it's, you know, you get a chance, man, load it up and see if you can at least get from
just for you, Johnny.
Short, please.
Just for you.
Please.
Mustang flies pretty good. What's your problem, Johnny?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably fill away at first, but then I'll be like, well, okay, at least it's not, you know, just me, you know, or at least it is just me, and maybe just I need to fix it. I don't know. But yeah,
it'll take me half a night to figure the keybinds out.
Don't get me started.
God, they need to fix that.
Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous. I mean, but you know what's funny? I've been noticing a lot more liveries being dropped for the PC24 on FlightSim.2. I don't know if you get a chance, man. Check them out. Do they look gorgeous? Oh my gosh, bro!
Check them.
I'm about to send you one right now. Oh my gosh, that thing looks so freaking good, dude. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Where's our chat? There we go. Come on. Discord. There we go. Yeah, check that out, man. I'm telling you, son.
Oh my.
I'm telling you.
Man, you never go wrong with silver and black.
Mm-mm. No,
with
sir.
Dynamic rig. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling, and that's just one, man. They've been dropping like every other day here lately. So I'm wondering if maybe they got an update or something where everybody's able to fly it now. I don't know. I remember at one point, man, you couldn't even start it up.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, you get a chance, man. Let me know.
I
Curious. Let's see, man. Aside from that, Charlie, I mean, anything else we missed, bro? Can't think of anything.
Probably, but I can't think of nothing.
Oh,
the DA40.
Oh yeah, that's from cows, man. What'd you find on that?
They're coming. They'd introduced the DA40 coming soon. DA40 XLS. And if it's anything like the DA42, instant.
Shoo.
And there again, another developer, says it's going to be available MS Microsoft Flight Simulator and Simulator 24 in early 2025, and will come to X-Plane 12 later.
Wow.
So another developer rocking both sides of the boat.
Both sides of the boat, man. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I'm not mad at that at all, bro. Not mad at that
but
at all.
Here it goes back, though, man. It always goes back to this for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you had your two options, you're sending that aircraft to these smaller places. Are you going to do it next plane? You're going to do it in 2020.
Oh, that's
or 24, because you ain't got to worry about the airports in X-Plane. The physics are different. It's so hard.
I think at the end of the day, man, it really just boils down to what you value the most. If you're looking for that visual fidelity, hey, find you a few common airports that you like to visit. 9 times out of 10, someone's done it for at minimum 2020. So you can just bring it over to 2024 and send that. Or if you just want to freaking spin the globe, point to a spot and sit in there and send it, and more often than not, have somewhat of a plausible experience as it relates to interacting with the airport. X-Plane 12. I mean, that's just what it boils down to, man. But
at the end of the day, it boils down to you can't compare them because different strokes for different folks.
Different folks, bro. Spot on, man. Spot on. But yeah, that's as far as the news, guys. That's all we really had. Just wanted to, touch bases with the guys, and again, hopefully you guys had a relaxing holiday. With the new year, y'all do not sleep on Flight Sim Expo registrations. They hadn't too long opened up registration, so get in where you can fit in now, because I think it seems like it's been exponential with the growth. So I think this one's definitely gonna be one for the books for sure. So check them out, flightsimexpo.com. June 27th through the 29th, 2025.
Be here before we know it, bro.
Be here before you know it, man. Providence, Rhode Island. Be there or be square.
Johnny's coming.
Huh?
So Johnny will be there.
What?
Santa Claus didn't bring you tickets for Christmas.
Huh? What?
Santa didn't bring you your tickets.
On that note, all right, man. Charlie, you got anything else for the people, man?
Heck no, they tired of listening to me.
Never a dull moment, my friend. Nope, that's all I had, guys. Again, Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves.
You all the best.
Yep. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see it.